Hi guys, welcome back to Mrozinski Family Homestead. We're waiting. We're just gonna wait a few more minutes for some more people to roll in, or somebody to roll in. How is everyone doing tonight? Okay, so we have had a very eventful weekend. We went out there and rushed and got our property all set up as far as getting the water system in. And then we turned around and got some other stuff done that needed to be done. But I did go out there to check today, and there is a lot of good vegetables coming in. Like my squash is coming up.
Slow over a little bit. Oh. Hey, y'all. I was a little late.
Yep, my squash is coming up. My corn is coming up. I don't have any beans yet. As far as the bush beans. My other beans are coming in though. They're coming in really good. The pole beans that I planted behind everything is coming in really good. And yes, we are not filming with my Canon camera. That is going to be a whole video in itself. The camera only lived The camera only lived probably about a week and a half, and it died. We're just going to say that. I didn't do anything wrong. I did not break it. I did not throw it. I did not get mad at it. Actually, I liked it. I really liked it. But whenever it was on its last leg, it kind of, I don't know. It got shipped back. But Hades Homestead, he said it was a crazy drive home from work. Dang snow again.
I can't believe you're still having snow.
I'm so glad I am not dealing with snow right now. I am so glad.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So how's everyone been doing tonight? And let me know in the chat who's all here. Did Steven put it at the bottom of the lake again? No, he didn't. He didn't do nothing to it either.
Hey, I didn't even touch it.
Basically, okay, technically you did touch it, and the screen went black, and you don't know what you did. And then I went to go try to fix it, and I couldn't, like, it wouldn't turn off or on or anything. Like, it was all cockeyed up, and
I didn't even hardly touch it. You just said
you just
hold
pressed
it for a minute.
Yeah, you just pressed the record button for me, but the lens is just having a whole bunch of problems, and I can't deal with it. Temple and Acre says good chicks are hatching and seedlings are growing. Mine are too, and my grandmother has our chicks hatched. That I go and I help her with. So we got baby chicks. We got Rhode Island Reds, and I still don't know what the white ones are. They're just white and fluffy. They're not the ones with the fluffy heads though. But yeah.
Where's Temple and Acres located at?
I don't know.
Where are you located, Temple and Acres?
So we've had a pretty eventful weekend. So many emotions I went through this past week with cameras and everything else. The P Ranch. Hi, the P Ranch. How are y'all doing?
Hey.
We're so glad y'all decided to join us. We were just telling everyone about my wonderful camera adventure again. Y'all, I feel so bad. I really liked that camera. I liked the photos that it took. I liked the videos that it took. Steve is from Kansas. We got Kansas and Minnesota in here. Good job. I really liked it. I really liked the photos. I like the videoing, how you zoom in and out. I like the fact that you could just ease in with the zooming. Yeah. But
South Alabama.
It's just a lot, and I don't I don't know how to deal with it. But we are looking into another camera. This would be the camera number 3. And that's just what we're just going to have to do. So for those of you who are joining us for the first time, we are building our homestead from, hey, I did not say property, but I'm fixing to. We are building our property from raw land. We have gotten our garden started because I felt like that was the number one thing, like as far as right now, and easy and simple that we could do. And we did it. We completed our garden build. If you have not seen that series, go back and watch it. It is, oh man, I love it. I still go back and watch it just to see how far we've come, because sometimes it feels like we're going in circles.
Yeah, we got trees planted. All of our
we've got our orchard planted. We've got our garden growing. And I went out there today even to go look. And even though I couldn't drive down the driveway, I walked. And let me tell you, stuff is coming up. And then we have a lot of, let's see, we built our raised beds out of trees off the land. We got our watering system put in. We're going to be getting a bigger barrel for out there. I know that there was whoever sent us that rain barrel catchment system. Thank you. Thank you so much, but it's not going to be enough to hold. So we're going to have to bring a bigger tank in.
We're keeping that one there. We're going to water out of it. We're just going to have a bigger...
We're going to have a transfer station.
Yeah, we're going to have a transfer so we can transfer water from one to another. We did go out and get a pump.
Because I don't want a big, white, huge, or black, or whatever kind of tank right there in that area. I don't want that, because just the camera, it'll be a sore eye. So we're gonna sit that behind some trees, out of the way. That bigger barrel. How far away is your land from your house?
10 minutes.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes. We're 10 minutes away. It's not far. In fact, I'd rather be there right now. But
we have no way, we don't have no living area over there. So we do still operate our smaller scale homestead here where we're at. And then we're operating the bigger scale homestead over there at the new land.
But I can't wait until...
But we don't have no animals or nothing yet.
Over there.
Yeah, over there yet. And we're not going to do that until we actually move over there and are living there. So we have better
maintenance.
Better maintenance and better, keep an eye on things and everything like that.
Let's see. But no, I mean, it's come a long way. So far, we've gotten a lot done. And we just keep growing. Like, we have ideas that keep popping. Twin Books, I say hello all. I wish I could stay, but I have some things to do. Have a good night. We'll see you next time, Twin Brook Acres. Glad you popped in. And it's just a lot to do, and we have a lot more to do. But from what we started with, 4 months ago, we did a lot.
January 6th is when we closed on it.
Yeah, we did a lot. We had a lot. We got a lot done.
The cutting the trees is was the job.
Actually, I think the easiest job was cutting the trees for the driveway.
Well, it was all pine trees, because the pine trees cut way easier. But
I mean, when we did the garden build, it was like we had to gather everything up and find this and find that and go search for a tree and go search for the right stuff to get it done. I think that took the longest.
Well, and also, every time we tried to do that, what made it feel like that is it did take the longest out of time frame, but it just seemed like it took way longer because we were always in one location working rather than cutting a tree down and moving forward. in the driveway and keep on cutting and moving forward in there, and you could see the distance you were accumulating rather than doing the
same thing.
Going to the same location and working in that same location the whole time. That's why it felt like it took longer, even though the driveway took, probably at
three
least
weeks, 3 weekends.
No, it took longer than that. It probably took.
I don't know.
It probably took at least 7 or 8 days to get, in the driveway where the trees is. It's about 500 feet long and about 20 something feet wide. We made it. So so we cleared a path, 500 feet by 20, the whole 500.
Steve Dole says, "What cities land near?"
We ain't near a city.
We're not near a city, but our property is in Saluda, South Carolina. And yes, if everyone watches Roots and Refuge, they know that it's in Saluda too. So we are neighbors.
Yeah, we're literally 2 miles from them.
So Twin Brook Acre says, "I was working hard on my first property. My kids were small. A friend told me to slow down. The work would wait, spend more time with the kiddos. I took his advice." I agree. Like, we should slow down, but there's so much to do.
We're wanting to what we're wanting to do.
We're wanting to move.
We're wanting to move out there, but the problem is the price of material is so expensive, and we just can't afford it. That's the problem, and so we're basically still living where we're at, and just making a commute back and forth, even though it's close, but it's sometimes aggravating going back and forth all the time.
And the county won't let us.
We were going to do something temporary just to live in, but the county won't let us, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, the county says that we have to have it has to be a permanent foundation, and we cannot put a pole building out there.
They changed the laws,
or a shed.
They recently changed all the old laws and made new laws because everybody's been moving to our location. Like a lot of I don't know how to say this, but a lot of people from out of state's been moving to our areas or near our areas, and they've been strictening out the laws to make them more strict.
So they can't just go out and buy a shed for $13,000 and change it to an actual tiny house. Like, if you want to build a tiny house,
you actually have to buy one and have it built from somebody else. You can't build it yourself, and I don't understand why. Even if you are a builder, it makes no sense.
These Homestead says, "What about a camper?" Stephen, I'm gonna let you have this one. Because you know how I feel.
Well, the camper is a good idea, but the problem is to fit 5 of us, me and her and our 3 kids, and to get all of our stuff that's in our area that we're living in now. Now, granted, we have a lot of stuff packed away through that door behind me, and we have a bunch of stuff. And for us to get up and move out of here, a camper ain't going to be enough room for that without having some kind of shed or a outbuilding to put it in and store it in. And we would need climate control in that outbuilding so the stuff wouldn't get ruined.
Like, even it'd be $700 a month just for a camper.
Just for the camper. We seen a used camper, a 2015 fifth wheel camper.
Heather.
It had it was 42 feet long with 3 slide outs. It was a toy hauler camper. Very nice.
It would be enough room for all of us to live comfortably in there for a while.
But the thing was $46,000. Now, when it was brand new, it was probably about $100,000. But used, it was $46,000. It was in good condition. There was some things that needed to get fixed on it. But we went to the bank and seen what the kind of pricing it was going to be. And it was going to be in between they gave me an idea because I wanted the ballpark area. They said in between the minimum, it would be $700 a month. or the maximum would be about 900 a month. And I was like, well, dang, for that much, it would be cheaper to just build a house. And then you would have something permanent rather than having a camper that all it's going to do is depreciate in value. So that's the reason why we ain't doing that. Because the money for the camper for what it is and how much upkeep you have to keep up with them things. Because we used to own a camper many years ago, but it was a lot of upkeep, and plus the
Like
camper
we've
wasn't big
even
enough.
thought, like I've even thought about buying a smaller camper because this summer we're gonna be spending a lot of time out there. The kids aren't gonna be in school, so we don't need to be here at the house 24/7. So we've even talked about getting a smaller camper, a used camper, and putting it out there and just sleeping out there on the weekends or during the week or whenever. And when Steven gets off work, he could just come straight to the property. And then we would be able to get a lot more done and be on our own time instead of having to have a certain time to get back here, get supper cooked, get the kids ready for bed, and then next morning get back up, load everything back up because we don't like leaving our 4-wheeler out there, our like we don't like leaving stuff out there. So that's what takes the toll on us right now. So that's what
Packing everything up from here, going over there, doing our thing, and then packing everything up on the truck and the trailer again, and bringing it back here, and then unloading it again.
because by the
That's like
time
2 hours out of the day.
yeah,
That's at
well,
least 2 hours out of the day loading and unloading stuff.
Heather says, "What about a shed and maybe make a shower area?" And that's another thing is I can actually get a small shed and use it as a hunting cabin, and it can have two queen size beds that would fit all of us to sleep together. I mean, all on one end, and then have a kitchen area on the other end, and then have a shower outside because
Well, we would
it's
need
gonna be
rain.
hot in the summertime anyway.
Well, the thing is, as of right now, all we got to use for that, if we did anything, we would have rain catchment is all we could use.
Well, you can take a bath with the
Because
rainwater, can't you?
we don't have no well or no septic right now out there, nothing. But basically 13 acres
And a garden.
and a garden. That's it. We'll have the vegetables to eat. And if we find a squirrel, well,
Fresh salads every night,
yeah,
y'all. Or maybe some rabbit.
a rabbit jumping through the trees or something, we could pop one of them.
But I'm saying that's an option. That's an option that we could do. Is there water? No, there's a pond behind us on the other property, but the only time that pond gets water is from our property when it rains. So we're out of that situation too, and it sucks. But we'll get it.
We haven't asked the neighbors to see if we can put a pump. They might let us put a pump and pump water out of it to bring it to us. I don't know. What we haven't asked.
I am not using cow manure water.
Well, I know that. That's the thing. I mean, the cow, it's in a cow pasture, so the cows go in that pond, and cows do what they do. Okay. They'll go to the bathroom in the pond while they're wading in the water.
So, that's what I'm saying. I'm not doing it. Steve Doyle says, "Can you drill a well?" Yes, we can drill a well. But that well is going to cost $9,000, and that's going 300 feet.
They gave us a price, an estimate price. They're like for 300 feet, just approximately 300 feet. You would probably need to be. It would be $9,000. But then we don't have no kind of power, so we're wanting to do. We want to do solar panels.
It's $32 a foot. Just to let you know. I think $16 or $32 a foot. One of those. But yeah, we are gonna do.
Everything went up in price since everybody's moving to our location. So all the people that own their own businesses, they're jacking the prices up. like dramatically, because everybody's like, yeah, they're coming here, they're coming from out of state, they have all this money, we can jack the prices up and they'll still pay for it. You know what I mean?
People will come down here and be like, oh, is that all? Here, cash money.
Yeah. I mean, and then that hurts the people that live here permanently
and struggle
and grew up here and been here their whole time, because it hurts. It hurts the people that've been here forever, because the money ain't the same. People that retire from other places and come here to live because it's way cheaper. It's good for them,
but bad for us.
but it's bad for us because they take in consideration all the money they can make from the other people, so they bring their prices way up, and then we can't afford to do it. That's one of the problems we're having.
These Homestead says, look at all that extra nutrients. I am not. Yeah. We'll be doing rain catchment off the daggum. The whatchamacallit?
The nutrients from the pond. Is that what he's talking? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, we ain't doing that.
That stuff probably burn your eyeballs if you open your eyes.
Ew. Don't do that. Disgrace. All right. So yeah. Let's see, how far below the field is the pond?
How far below? It's probably.
I can stand at the corner of the garden and see. It's probably a football field. I don't know how far.
No, from the property line. If you walk over straight in front of it, from the property line, it's probably about 50 feet.
Yeah, it's about a football field.
No, 50. A football field's 300 feet.
Heather says, where do you fill the big clear tank with water from? We get that from
right here.
Here. Yeah.
Right here, and then we put it in the back of the truck and filling it up, 325 gallons.
Yep.
It's over 2,000 pounds. It's like 2,700. A gallon of water is 8.35 pounds. So basically 8 1/4, almost a quarter of a pound, or right there. A pound, yeah. A gallon of water is 8.35 pounds. So 325 times 8.35, and that's how much weight we're hauling with the truck, which I got a 1-ton pickup. But
yeah, we are, like, as far as for our water, if we were to get a tank for our like, the garden is going to have a water tank system, and then if we were to put a little shed out there to do some like summer camping or whatever, then it would have its own tank, and that would be so we would have I want to get 2 of them. I want to get one 250 gallon to 500 gallon for the shed, and then I want to get another one for the garden. So that way we have plenty of water out there, and we ain't got to make so many trips, because that truck is not gonna be able to suffice any wildlife.
Well, it can hold the weight, but the problem I'm having, the problem we're having, I need to set a new leaf springs for my pickup. My leaf springs are shot. I mean, my truck is a 1994. It's been holding a lot of weight through all the years it's been alive, and since it was new, and the leaf springs are just wore out. I mean, it'll sag more than it should with the weight that's in it, and so basically I need new leaf springs for the truck, and but for holding the 2,000 pounds, it held it fine. I mean, it just sat a little lower than what it should be at 2,000 pounds.
Steve Doyle says, any wildlife? Yes, there is turkeys, there is deer, there's rabbits. I haven't seen a squirrel. Can you believe it? I guess the squirrels live in the subdivisions or something.
Hey, they know they know we bought the property, and you know how I like shooting squirrels.
Well, these squirrels outside still come out, and they could care less about you. So
well, it ain't hunting season no more. So, well,
but yeah, there's a lot of wildlife, and I can't wait till hunting season. I cannot wait. I'm gonna fill the freezer.
there is some hardwoods. There
But
is
90% of it is pine trees.
Yeah, we got some oaks. We got some hickory and stuff like that. There is a lot of gum trees. You can't really consider them really a hardwood, but
I wish I knew someone that could find water. You know, somebody.
we're gonna be out there with 2 little rods. Is what
Yeah, but I want
doing.
somebody to explain it to me. Explain to me how to do it and how do you know. Heather says, too bad you can make a little money from the trees. Yes, we could, but right now they're only worth $250 an acre. If I wait at least another 3 years, it'll be worth $2,500 an acre. So we're waiting. We're trying to cut it.
We're gonna thin them
out as we can.
Yeah, we're gonna thin them. We're gonna wait and get them thinned first, and then wait longer, and then might thin them again, and then wait a little longer, and then fully cut it out. So it's going to be a process, but we got probably an acre and a half of open area, which is fine. A lot of people do stuff on an acre and a half, and then plus in the wooded areas, you can run, like a lot of people run pigs in the wooded areas, goats, a lot of things you can put in there. Sheep.
The P Ranch says, what trees did you make your garden post from? What trees were they?
Hardwoods. They were the hardwoods.
We don't know. I don't know the name of it. I really don't. I know they're the garden post. They're trying to grow.
Yeah, that matter of fact, yeah, that's crazy. We were out the other day. The post, we cut them 8 feet tall. Chopped the one end, chopped the other end 8 feet, pulled a tape measure, chopped it again, 8 feet, and we use them as corner posts. We put them in the ground.
They got baby limbs coming out of them.
I can't believe it. Nothing is nothing, but there's actually limbs growing on the corner post, which weren't there when I cut the tree. So it's like the tree's growing. It made no sense. I couldn't believe it. So basically, that 8-foot section of tree is sucking water through the bottom down there, and it's promoting growth. I don't see how it's doing it.
Maybe we might get some daggone roots so that way I stabilize the garden.
I know if you cut a hardwood tree, at the base and just cut the tree down and you let it sit there, a lot of times, probably about 7 out of 10 times, you'll get little stubs of branches growing off that stump.
Yeah.
And that's what this thing is doing, but it don't have no roots. But a stump would still have roots in the ground. This piece of tree don't have no roots. So I don't know how the tree branches are growing, but apparently it's growing roots out of the branch, out of the 8-foot, piece.
These Homestead says round ones. He said round. What kind of trees we growing? Round ones. The P Ranch said, I seen the video today and was like, yeah. That surprised me because I was just filming and I looked up and I seen it. I was like, really? These Homestead says, sorry, I couldn't resist. I'll put myself in the corner. Was it still green, meaning fresh? Yes. We had just cut, we cut the tree down, cut it to size, and put it directly into the ground. So, yeah. And that was
a month ago? 2 ago? 2 months ago.
Yeah. Month and a half at least.
And out of the blue,
So I don't know.
mean, it's only been within a week that we noticed that. So I'm just gonna let it grow. It might turn into a tree, and that'll be a definite for sure corner.
Or it might just be God saying that you're not going to tear down my garden ever.
Yeah, that might be him helping us out. Yeah. Say, hey, you got a permanent corner post here, just trim me up.
You're funny. Or the plants are saying, we need shade. How is the soil? Steven, how is that lovely topsoil?
I'll be honest with you, for being in the South, we got some good topsoil.
We got 12 to 18 inches of topsoil. It is good. It's really good.
Anything below the 18 inches of pure black looking topsoil, then it turns into like a clay. But I literally cannot believe all the topsoil that, because we're only 10 minutes away where we live at.
Now, when that topsoil dries, it's like a gray color. It's like when it's wet, it's black, but whenever it dries, it's gray.
Well, that's how the topsoil is. It's like a grayish black color. But and it's fluffy. It's real fluffy. You can rake it easy. It's not, there ain't no chunks and big boulders and stuff like that.
No. That's actually what we put into the garden, what we moved. Now, if you go dig a hole in the field, you're going to have a little bit of trouble, but it's good. That's good. A lot of sandy soil in places.
No, yeah. we don't got that. We don't got hardly any sand, really. We really don't got sand.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know it looks good. I don't see no problems in it. So what is so did everybody leave? There's only 2 people in here now. Did Dee's Homestead really put himself in the corner and put himself in timeout?
Couldn't resist.
I think Dee's Homestead put himself.
P Ranch is here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dee, I thought you done put yourself in timeout.
Dee said, where did everyone go? I don't know. We were wondering the same thing. Maybe everybody lost service or something.
Yeah, I was about to call you and say, get out the corner. Well, that's good.
It might be YouTube messing with us. YouTube, I don't understand it sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know. I was getting a lot of views and a lot of traffic through my videos, and then Friday I released a video, and every video that I released since Friday, it's not getting the traffic that it was. Nowhere near.
We don't know what happened. Yeah, we know people were busy and that.
I know it was Easter.
But
so that's why I waited to release the video that I released today. I waited to release it today because the other ones weren't getting no traffic at all. But no, I have more seeds, y'all. I gotta show you all my seeds. Ouch. He took me shopping. He took me shopping this time. Okay. I hope you'll all find something that will work for you to live in out there. We will find something. Even if it's something just to go out there and stay the night in a couple nights, then that's what we'll do. It hasn't been notifying me except today, and the one I posted yesterday didn't have a lot of views yet either. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on. Okay, so these are seeds I got. Y'all are the first ones to know what's going into the garden. We got cucumbers, 2 different types of cucumbers.
Hold it up so they can see them.
So Steven's got to build me a trellis, which is I already got it. I just got to put it up. I got some more herbs, lemon balm and lavender. Watermelon. That's one thing I have not planted was watermelon. Here's some more oregano and chamomile. And my marigolds. And I'm missing a marigold. Oh, it's over there. My marigolds. I gotta put these flowers. I gotta start them indoors. Let's see. It's been spring break here at the beach, and traffic has been horrible. I'm glad I'm not at the beach. I would love to be there, but I really don't want to be there.
That made no sense.
I would like to be on a private beach with no one around me. Okay? There you go. I planted them cucumbers and they didn't germinate. Well, geez. Am I going to have to take them back? We're going to see what happens. I'm going to plant them in trays.
They weren't that expensive. I think they were a couple bucks or something.
Yeah. We'll get them. Still early here for most. We'll get a freeze tonight. Y'all know we were supposed to get rain all day long. It was supposed to rain all day Saturday. It was supposed to rain all day today. Okay. We got maybe a few hours on Saturday. And then today, a few hours of rain. And then we lost power for 5 hours. So, yeah.
And that was because a tree, I found out on the way home from work, a tree uprooted on the highway out here, not the highway, but the back road, and took out the power lines. And they were all day cleaning the tree up and cutting the power off and putting new lines and telephone poles up because the tree was so big, it took out the telephone poles.
Yeah, that was like something.
And it went right across the road.
Yes, if y'all would love, I would love it. Honestly, this is, and I thought about this when Celtic Roots sent me some seeds. If you want to send me some seeds, please do, and then I will put it in my video because I really want, and I really actually enjoyed planting the seeds that I got from Celtic Roots because.
What were them beans? Them beans we got?
Yeah, those were the black and purple beans, and they were so beautiful. So yes, y'all send me some seeds, and it does not matter. I don't, if they're homegrown, I don't care. Just send me some seeds. Just make sure it's not illegal.
Illegal. God.
I had to make that joke, y'all. I didn't want somebody to send me the wrong kind of seeds.
Oh, look at this pretty flower. Oh, God.
Lord help us. We had a tree this winter that fell down and actually went through the roof of our house. Oh my God.
Geez.
Turned out to be a blessing in disguise because now we're getting a new roof and siding. That was a blessing because, oh man.
Hopefully the deductible wasn't too high.
That's crazy. Want some of the sunflower seeds I won last fall from Mulberry Branch. I can send some, but not all of them. Yes, I will take sunflower seeds. It would be my third batch of sunflower seeds that I've planted. I like sunflowers, and I also like roses, and
I like putting a wad of sunflowers in my cheek and just eating them.
I like irises, irises and daylilies. Those are my favorite flowers of all time. I never would have thought that big old pine tree would just snap clean off. They will. They will. Especially if it's a bad enough storm, they will. And if they get big enough and tall enough where they tower over all the other pine trees, they will snap and they will fall.
Yeah, it's dangerous. A pine tree, when they get real big, they're dangerous because it's a real soft wood. And when they start blowing in the wind, it's just like they got a pivot point. And if it goes past that pivot point, it won't even give you no warning. It'll just snap.
Sunflower petal jelly is yummy. I've never had that.
I never even heard of it.
I've never had it. The P Ranch says I have some burgundy and spineless okra from last year. I have enough for 2 to 3 years. I actually have okra planted over there, and it's been over there for about 2 weeks now, and it has not even sprouted. Because I like to start my seeds, but it hadn't even sprouted yet. So,
where'd you plant them at?
They're the ones sitting over there in that tray right there. Nothing's growing.
I thought you said you started them at the property.
What, the sunflowers?
No, I know you started some of them over there, but
or the okra.
Okra, I was talking about.
I don't have okra out there right
Oh,
yet.
you don't? Okay.
Yep, that was my shot over there, and it just died.
Y'all, I don't know some of the stuff that she's been planting over there. I know some of the stuff that's grown over there, and
I just know you'll be able to
where
eat.
the seeds are, I'm not familiar what she has planted because I'm doing other things while she's doing the planting. So she's pretty much in control of the garden, and I've been doing moving tree limbs and cutting trees down, and
Let's see.
doing other things.
Templin Acre says the deductible was high enough, but we were going to use our tax returns to pay it. That is the best part about getting a tax returns is when something happens and you get that extra money in, you're able to do something with it. It's like
It's like a little saver.
1 year savings. 1 year savings.
Yeah.
Templin Acre says my favorite sunflower to grow, hands down, is Candy Mountain. I've never had Candy Mountain. I've never seen them. The ones that we grow is mammoth sunflowers. They say Templin says smaller heads, but it continually blooms. Yeah, and I do have a lot of morning glories. I like the morning glories because I like being out there at the garden. I remember when I planted that garden before Gracie got hurt. I remember going out there, walking through my little trellis area, and actually seeing the morning glories blooming and all that, and it was really neat. We even had moonflowers, and I can't find none of those right anymore. They would near the nighttime they would actually bloom. They were really cute and pretty. After the pine tree was down on the ground, we measured it was over 80 feet tall. Yeah, that was a big tree because
there's actually one
harvesting when my grandfather he was he was in reforestation, so we went and planted the trees, but a lot of the trees got harvested at 60 feet. So it broke its limit. It was way past its limits. The P Ranch said I have speckled butter beans. Also, I can send you if you like them. Yes, I like butter beans. He likes butter beans, but
yeah.
I have not bought any. So yeah, y'all send me some seeds. I would love to plant y'all seeds in my garden, and then I can show y'all how they grow here in South Carolina because they are really.
Oh, we got more than one growing season here.
I know.
Technically. Yeah, I mean,
what's gonna happen when we get to Homesteaders of America or something? When we go off, who's gonna water the garden then? We'll have to get Nanny to do it. My grandma.
Yeah, well, I mean, nah, well, it probably won't be that bad there because that'll be the fall time. It'll be in the fall, so it ain't gonna be that bad.
Times when I direct sow and it's still a little cold out, I'll actually cover the ground in plastic to help it heat during the germination, then pull the plastic up as soon as they sprout. I have a lot of plastic, so yeah. We might be doing that this coming spring and after winter.
You probably need to soak the ground a little bit so you can keep that moisture up under there.
Oh yeah. Might want to put in a bigger garden. We'll expand the garden around the outside.
I told her I wanted to get some asparagus started and get some asparagus going. I like eating asparagus, but
it takes a while to grow.
Well,
and I need a separate bed.
If you can find somebody with an asparagus plant that's already grown, you could take some off of that, get the roots and the stem.
Yeah.
And just plant it in and it'll continue from then. So you wouldn't have to really start from zero.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna need a bigger garden.
Yeah, she's running out of space. I mean, there's plenty of room to enlarge it. You know what I mean? It just
won't be inside the fence.
It'll be the way it is right now until we move over there. And after we move over there, then we can expand, because then we'll be there to control deer, control this. Because I wasn't doing fencing through that whole area. Just that would have been very pricey.
And we were lucky to get by with what we did. We only spent on that garden area. We only bought the fence, the
staples,
the staples. I think that's it.
That's it.
And screws for the wood.
Yeah, just screws.
So yeah, that was it. That's all we bought, and
$450.
Yeah, we spent $450 on a 1,500 square foot garden. I did good. A lot of the stuff that we used in that garden was repurposed. Like, I asked family members, I asked friends, are you going to use this gate? I mean, are you going to use these T-posts? If I help you pull these T-posts up, can I have some of them? I mean, that's what I did. And before Steven knew it, I had everything I needed for a garden, except for the fence, and then he had to go buy the fence. So we all lucked out. The P Ranch says, once I get pups from my elderberry bushes, I'll send some also. I have an elderberry bush, but I would love some more, because those that one, my sister only sent me one, and it's doing really good, but I want to be able to provide enough elderberries. I want to be able to do a blockade also. That's why I've got the blue elderberries where I do. Let's see. Temple Acres. The house in town was built in 1989, so I'm thinking the tree was probably almost that old. Oh, I guarantee it. I know that a 30-foot pine tree is 16 years old. Okay, and then, so yeah.
It also depends how close they are planted too. Yeah. The closer they are planted, they ain't gonna grow as fast. When they're thinned out, they'll grow faster.
Yeah. I might have some moonflower seeds. I'll take a look, and if I do, I'll send you some. Yes, please do, because that would be really cool to, like, I'll have my morning glories in the morning, and then my moonflowers in the evening. Y'all, I'm so excited. I spent way too much this year on my garden and orchard. I can't even put it in for another month or so.
All of our orchard trees, which our apple trees are doing good, our pear trees doing good.
The peach trees are doing good.
The peach trees,
except for two.
We got 2 peach trees that ain't doing so well. And did they have any blooms?
It's like they're in no, they didn't have any blooms today. It's like they're in a dormant state.
It makes no sense.
I have one peach tree that's blooming and leaves coming out, but there's 2 of them that's like in a dormant state, and I don't know what kind of, like, the tags on them are different, so I do not know which one's which, and they weren't labeled. Like, somebody ripped the tags off.
So you could see like the old buds on the.
It's like a dormant state.
You could see old buds, almost like it tried to bud and then it got
Dixieland.
It got frosted, from a frost or something, and then it was it. I don't know, but the branches ain't brittle, so it's not like it's dead. So I'm just thinking it just needs to, we last time they all been doing very well. We only watered them one time.
Hang on a second. Did we come back? Did y'all get us? Are we still alive? Hello.
What happened? Lost you guys. What?
Okay, you're back. Never mind.
Okay.
Awesome deals on getting your garden fence in. Yes, good. We are back. I don't know what the heck's been going on. I guess
I don't know. It's probably because
the internet's been going fluky today. The electricity went off. It's been crazy. Like, I left the house for After waiting here 3 hours for the power to come on, and I left the house, and then I finally got back about 5 o'clock, and the power was back on. So that storm, it really wasn't a bad storm. It was just raining. It might have been because it said it's set up there in the corner. It said your connection is lost. Please wait. That's what it said. So so I noticed it before you had said something. So how many inches of snow are you getting up there, D? Are you snowed in yet? But no, we
he might be in the wrong area to do gardening.
Oh man. But
I can't believe it's still snowing. I mean, it's dang near.
It's April.
Yeah.
They say up to 10 inches, but only have about 2 so far.
Jeez.
10 inches or 10 feet or?
No, not 10 feet.
You sure?
You got to be in Alaska for something like that, probably.
Not unless you're in a snowdrift.
Yeah.
No, see, we've had snow here.
As the snow.
Wow.
Well, the snow is good because it gives a lot of good nutrients to your soil. I don't know if anybody all knew that, but the snow actually does give a lot of good nutrients to the soil, even though it's only rainwater. But the snow does something different, and
the snow's getting y'all's orchards ready for planting.
Yeah. I tell you right now, y'all getting all that snow, you'll have one heck of a garden when it's time to plant. That's probably why it snows so much, because you only get like a month and a half or 2 months of growing, so it needs all that high power nutrients to make that stuff go.
Y'all, this is so funny. But let's see. Yeah, we grow from anywhere from. You can do it mid-March, but my grandfather always says wait till after Easter, or right around Easter, from Easter all the way till
January.
Yeah, basically. You got a good growing season. Up here, I was always taught don't put your garden till Memorial Day.
Wow.
That's May. That's like the end of May. Oh my goodness. I couldn't wait that long, especially if I knew people were down south growing their gardens. I would be.
That's probably why everybody's moving here.
Longer growing season. They want to be able to make sure they can.
Hey, shh! Don't tell the secret.
Well, it ain't secret now.
I'm just messing.
But no, we're looking forward to it. I want to see what grows and what works and what doesn't work. And even y'all sending me seeds, I'm going to plant them. I'm going to find a way to plant them. I'm going to find a place. Even if I got it, Steven's got to build more raised beds. I'm going to find a place.
We still got some room in the center of that garden. Where I rototilled compared to where the raised beds are to the other side, there's, what is that, 15 feet, probably?
Yeah.
Probably 10 to 15 feet, approximately.
Dixieland says, I have tomatoes, squash, green beans, collards, turnips, and kale already. Man.
That sounds good. You're getting me hungry.
Yeah, I didn't feed him. I didn't feed him the proper supper tonight.
Yeah.
We had tacos.
We had tacos for supper tonight.
I got away with it because I went and did
we had some tomato. We had some tomatoes and onions, but and some cheese.
So yeah, you had a good supper if you think about it. These says and tomato sandwiches, yes. I actually, when I cut that tomato today to cut it up for tacos, that's the first thing I thought of as a tomato sandwich, because the outside was kind of crisp and the inside was juicy, and I was like, as soon as I cut it, I was like, man, we need to have tomato sandwiches. And then I thought about Levi. I was like, Levi's not going to eat a tomato sandwich. Have you tried potatoes? We have potatoes. We have onions. We got 3 blank rows that needs to be that needs something in them. So if y'all, yeah, like I have room in that garden. But yeah, we have potatoes.
How many rows of potatoes we got?
2.
2 rows of potatoes.
Well, 1 and 3/4. 1 and 3/4 rows of potatoes, and then 2 rows of onions. I've got.
Technically, you got 3 rows of onions in 1 row. 3 rows of onions in 1 row.
32 tomato plants. 32 different types of pepper, or like 6 different types of pepper, but 32 pepper plants in the garden. I got squash, the zucchini, and the summer squash.
We have butternut squash out there?
No, that doesn't get planted until later in the fall. I have not planted. I'm not gonna plant the broccoli and the cauliflower out there. I'm gonna plant that over here in this bed at this homestead, just so that way it's not so directly hit by the heat, because it is in a shady area.
We get full sun on that garden. Now, a lot of the things need full sun, but I'm afraid that without too much shade, I mean, that they get a little shade in the morning, but by the time 8 o'clock, 8:30 come around, it's full sun.
Yeah.
All the way until 30 or 40 minutes before dusk. And that's the only thing that makes me nervous. I don't want it to dry things out so quick and have to constantly water it. I mean, they say, a lot of things need to be full sun, but it's going to wilt. It's going to wilt the plants.
Let me tell y'all something. I planted the garden. All right. And then the following day, like, it wasn't hot. There wasn't no drastic heat. The following day, we went out there to set up that watering system, or the watering tank. And those plants, they were wilted. They were bad. I mean, it was horrible. And as soon as we got the water in the tank and I was able to water them, not even 10 minutes later, they were popped up, and
you could literally see them. You could, when she was watering them, you could literally see the plant like raise back up and actually come alive again. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, you would think you would never be able to see that happen, but we see it happen. I was like,
and I tried to get it on video, but that's when the camera, yeah. But I tried to get it on video. I'm telling y'all, I hate it. I hate that the cannon broke, because I really liked it, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. Oh, man.
I mean, ask them, see what kind of cameras they got, or what kind of cameras y'all got.
We'll see. I know Dee's Homestead.
Well, we know who.
I was just about to say that, Dee. Dee's Homestead has the GoPro 10.
That's waterproof. The GoPro 10 is waterproof.
No, you're not going to. We're not getting a GoPro just so you can drop it in the lake.
You're going to get them started. No, I ain't saying that.
Yeah, really. No. Oh, you have an 8 and a 7. Yeah. No, Steven, we're not getting no GoPro. I don't want a GoPro. I want a nice camera. I like the it's just something about it. I mean, if it works for other people, that's fine, but I just gotta have something that I can hold in my hands. Let's see. Heather says there's been a lot of solar things going on. Yeah. The solar flares, and all that stuff it's been going crazy. I've been hearing about it for the past week now. My father-in-law is really big on that, and he tells me what goes on. That M50 had a great picture. Yes.
It had a
And
great
that's what I
picture.
liked about it. I liked the video footage. I liked the still photo footage. Just that outer lens, it just popped up an error message, and I did not want to keep it because of that situation. And Amazon wouldn't even send me a replacement for it. They told me I couldn't receive a replacement, so they just refunded my money. We had the Canon that we had was M50 Mark II.
The Mark II, yeah.
So, and we were just informed today that there's a gray market and a black market, and
it has to be mass produced. It has to be U.S. stamped, because if you buy a camera that's on the gray market or a black market,
none of the dealers
would fix a problem if you had a problem with the camera. So a lot of times, if you buy a camera and it has stuff that comes with it, or it has this that comes with it, has that comes with it,
most of the time it's going to be gray market.
Most of the time it's going to be the gray market.
Gray market is for overseas, yeah. And we didn't know that. So I guarantee that the camera was
and the camera we had before we got the Canon, because it
was a Nikon Coolpix.
Yeah, my sister, does photography, but she has like a what, 6,000, she probably got $15,000 in camera stuff. But she actually had that from when she first started doing photography. So we just got it from her, and that's what we started with. And then then we're using the iPhones, and then we're using, all that stuff. And then we got the Canon when our camera, the P600, Coolpix 600 broke when she fell with it, and we got the Canon. Everything was working fine. Then all of a sudden it just went kapoof, and that was it. Now we're trying to figure out another situation because we don't have a camera other than a cell phone right this minute.
Heather says my last frost is May 11th through the 15th. Heather, our last frost was supposed to be what, April 1st?
April 1st, yep.
Yeah. And we got our actual last frost was April, I think 11th or the 12th. So I had to go out there and cover my baby plants, especially out here on the lake, because it got really cold. So I had to go cover my plants. So just watch the weather. When it gets closer to those dates, please watch the weather, because you don't want to have 1,000 plants on the ground like I did and just cross your fingers and close your eyes and hope and pray that they don't get hurt. But my kiwi plant is still in the center of the garden. I haven't even transplanted it out of that container yet, and it's doing really good. It got frosted twice, but the leaves are still coming out, still green, and I'm glad that it worked. Don't be jinxing us northerners. LOL, it'll be July before I get my garden. I'm not trying to, just watch, because I'm serious. Like everyone says, April 1st is our last frost date. Well,
that's
April 11th, it got down to 33 degrees, 32, 33 degrees.
Well, we had frost, so it was yeah.
So let me tell you.
Now, granted, it was foggy as all get out outside, because everything warmed up to a normal temperature, 80 degrees, 80 something degrees during the day. And out of the blue, it just got cold out of the blue quick. And we were shocked, and we were like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
We didn't really have nothing really planted though, did we? Then we had a few things planned. I think you had some seeds started.
Yeah, no, I had all my plants out here. I hadn't planted over there in the property yet. Actually, the following day after that freeze, I went out there and planted. But so yeah, I hear Levi singing.
Levi's singing.
Levi's singing. I've never heard him sing before, but I hear him in there singing, and I know it's not Gracie singing. Sorry, y'all. I hear a kid singing.
They're in the bedroom over that way.
They're being so quiet and so good. But no, does anybody have any questions for us or want to know any other information? Don't forget my my email address and my P.O Box address is in the description of all my videos. So y'all go ahead and y'all send me y'all seeds. I'm excited. I don't know what I'm getting, but I love getting surprises. So we always get another cold snap around Easter, no matter what date they give us. I know. That's why my grandmother and my grandfather always have told me, don't plant nothing until right at Easter, until you know for sure that it's not gonna freeze.
And wait till the third Thursday.
Did I wait for the third Thursday?
You got to plant on the third Thursday of the month. There's the trick.
I planted on a Thursday, last Thursday.
The third Thursday.
Hang on, y'all. I'm going to see if it was the third Thursday. Because I remember them saying something about that. No.
You were second.
I was on the second Thursday.
We'll see.
I was on the second Thursday. Everything will grow. I have faith. I have trust. I have faith, and I'm excited.
It's gonna grow. I mean, it's good topsoil. I mean, it's good ground.
And all the horse manure we put in there, it helped.
Yeah,
it helped a lot.
I can't believe how fast some flowers outside just like went boom.
Okay, I mean, so I will say this: daylilies and irises. Okay, they say to plant those. Daylilies, you got to plant them somewhere between, I'm going to say, 8 inches deep. Okay. And then the irises are 6 inches deep. All right. When I plant these, and then this is how I've always done them. When I plant them half of that. So it's 4 inches for the daylilies. And basically it was 4 inches for the irises too. So I planted those, and then they started coming up, and that's when I went over it and put the manure and all that stuff on top of it, and they have really just come up. Let's see, I planted my second tomato seeds on the second Tuesday. Does that mean they won't grow?
No, they said something about I think it had to do with hornworms. Didn't it have to do with hornworms or some kind of bug? I can't remember.
That's just an old wise tale.
It might be an old wise tale, but that her grandparent, they were very, I mean, they're very knowledgeable. But they said the third Thursday of the month after the frost date. And
that's 3 weeks. You got to wait after the frost date.
I'm just saying, they said the third Thursday.
They might not get to play until August.
I think we were talking about hornworms.
Probably.
But the thing is, we're on this new piece of property, and I don't know if you ever, started a garden on a new area or not, but usually the first year
you don't have a problem with hornworms.
You won't have a problem with hornworms.
It's always the second, third, fourth year that you plant tomatoes on in that exact same spot. That's when the hornworms come. Like, we have never had a problem out here with the hornworms until last year. Like the year before, we picked 1 or 2, and that was done. This year, I picked like 20.
Well, not this year.
This past spring. Yeah, this past fall or whatever. I picked 20 hornworms off those tomato plants. And I'm telling you, that's the most hornworms I've ever picked off of them.
But the first year we planted tomatoes here, we didn't have nothing. We didn't have
they were good.
no kind of nothing.
So that's why I went ahead and planted all my 90% of my tomato plants out there on the property because I know they're not going to get eaten by hornworms. Whew. So I hope everyone is having fun tonight. I hope we've answered a lot of questions and we're getting to socialize. We like talking to you guys and getting a feel for what you like and what you want to see as far as our videos go. I'm always thinking as a creator and a gardener, along with all my 100 other job titles that everyone gives me.
Oh, I got a lot of job titles too.
You're just dad and fixer.
No, I'm dad and fixer, and everything you pretty much say, I got to go do.
Really?
Well, for the most part.
Oh.
There are certain things.
You almost dug yourself a hole. I was about to start naming stuff off.
I'm saying. I was
about to say I need my car washed.
Within reason, no. Within reason.
I was about to give you a honey-to-do list right here on this live. I was about to say I need my car washed.
I need my truck washed too.
I'm not doing it. Don't ask me. Any trail cameras out to see the wildlife? You know, I will do another wildlife. I'll go out there one day this week and I will put the cameras out throughout the property.
Well, I'll be off work Wednesday.
And
so we can go out there Wednesday and do that and let it sit. We'll have to let it sit out there for,
a couple days.
Well, we'll let it sit out there probably for like a week. Just so we can have more than probably, a few different shots.
Yeah, but I know there's a lot of deer. There is a video that I put out in January of all the deer that's coming through that field. There's a good many turkeys right now.
Was it January or was it during hunting season still?
No, it was January. It was January that I put that video out. It's a video about all the deer on the property, and they just hang out there. They were just hanging out there during the day. I do know that ever since we started doing this garden, we haven't seen no deer, but I know they're there, and I know they're watching me. I can sense it. I can sense that big buck just standing there being like, would she just leave the gate open and leave the property?
so I can chow it down.
I know. But once they start smelling all those sweet smells,
that's why we got the pepper. That's why we got some of the peppers along the fence. Let them try to eat outside, Let them try to eat a California or no, Carolina Reaper or something like that, or jalapeno.
Dee's Homestead says waiting for you to grow some plants on the outside of the fence. I'm telling you.
She did put the strawberries out there, and I asked her why she did that. She put strawberries on the outside of the fence.
Okay, so Gracie, my thing behind this, Gracie has not asked me to plant anything. She has not volunteered to plant anything this year at all. Like, she had no part in it. And she asked me, she said, Mama, can I plant the strawberries right here? And I said, yes. That's the first thing that she has planted in the garden since before she got burnt. So I'm glad. She can plant wherever she wants.
Well, you didn't tell me that before I mentioned that. You didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
I wasn't around that situation. I just hollered across the field and said, hey, what are you planting them things there for? We got a whole row you can put them in.
Oh, they'll eat them strawberries. It's okay. I got more strawberries that they can't get to. I got a lot of strawberries. And I'm supposed to go and get more strawberries, so I'm not worried about it. And he still has to build me another raised bed in the center of the garden for the strawberries. Let's see. Dixieland Home says, I know what you mean. The deer and bobcats love our gardens.
I wonder what the bobcat eats.
I guess the field mice that come running in to eat stuff.
Yeah, it might be.
I mean, heck, I seen a bobcat track down a daggone deer once.
Hey, I wanted to let. We had a weird situation happen the other day, right here, right outside.
We had fish fall from the sky, y'all.
Yeah, you ever see a crappie fall from the sky? Out of the blue.
I land at your feet.
I didn't even know what happened. I was sitting outside under the porch with Levi, and I heard a boom, like a smack. So I thought maybe the dogs got out or something, and I didn't understand, what the heck happened. Well, out of the blue, I get up and I say, I'm like, what the heck is that in the yard? And it was a fish. I was like, how did a fish get up here? Well, come to find out, after I got up and after I heard that bang, I went out there and looked. There was a hawk flying over top, way up in the air. Apparently, I guess it dove it down into the lake, got, scooped up the fish with its, it scooped up the fish and flew across and accidentally dropped it. And the thing fell and hit the ground. And it probably fell from about 200 foot. And I couldn't believe it. And I told her, I was like, well, I guess if somebody was out there, that wouldn't have been a good day, because that would have hurt like anything landing on your head.
All right, guys. So I have been busy this past week. Okay, and I'm going to show y'all what I have been busy with. I have been, everyone, a while back, I did a soap giveaway, and everyone liked my soaps and stuff. So I've been making soap. And I actually got an actual shrink wrap set up. So I love my soaps. I've been making soaps. Like the other day, me and Steven, we sat down and he helped me package my soaps. And then I also did like 65 of my chapsticks. My chapsticks that I did. And see, there's lavender. And there's also peppermint that I did, and they're all in here. There's 65 of them. And then my newest, y'all, I have not told y'all. I actually hadn't even said anything about it to anyone. Everyone knows that Legacy Home and Garden gets on our lives, and they're really close friends with us. When a while back she took me shopping and she says, I'm going to buy you these glass jars and I challenge you to make something new that you have not made before. Well, I did it. Miss Rochelle, I know you're not watching, but I did it. I made lotion. I've never made it, and it actually smells really good. And oh, y'all can't see it, but there you go.
Light glare.
But yeah, and it's really, really, it's really good. And like I've been using it today. So I made lotion and all that stuff.
What did you challenge her to do?
I challenged her to make some jam. She's never made jam before, so I challenged her to make some jam. So.
What kind of jam?
Any kind of jam.
Oh, okay.
Strawberry jam, blueberry jams, whatever kind of jam she wanted. So she's still got to do that. And
do we swap?
Yeah, I've got to get her. I gotta.
Do we swap that, or we just show each other what we did, and we just
no. I gotta send her a lotion. I gotta send it to her.
Oh, so you made more than one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I still gotta make more.
Oh, okay.
I still gotta make more because I wanted to be able to sell it. That's what I had started. I started out with making soaps for just our family, and then I went from, and then I gave a few of them away, and then I started selling them, and then now, and then I went to my chapsticks because I love my chapsticks, especially.
Well, no, we don't sell them commercially now. If y'all,
I sell them to family and friends. I don't have a store online or anything like that. Like every now and then we'll go to the farmer's market or something. when my grandmother has got a table, and I'll sell there. But no, I don't. I'm not in the right place to do a huge mass production of soaps.
We don't got enough, space to do and keep them. You got to keep them on a rack and let them cure for a certain amount of time before you.
Anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And my soaps, they get. I have 3 different types that I make, and my most popular is the lavender coconut oil soap that I make. And everyone loves it. I haven't had a complaint yet about it. I think even Dee's Homestead has even tried my soaps.
I like them.
And the chapsticks. But no, I found
I think I mean for me.
And I'm really proud of how we turned out to doing these soaps as far as shrink wrapping them. They look nicer and they look a lot cleaner as far as everything goes, because I was wrapping them in what's that, coffee filters?
Yeah.
I was wrapping them in coffee filters, and they weren't that great. They weren't that great. They were just kind of plain. And if any of you guys want some soaps, just let me know, and I will send them to you to try. Of course, it would be like I sell my soaps for $4 a bar, and then my chapsticks are $1 a tube, and I think that's fair. I don't see charging $8 to $12 for a bar of soap. I really don't. I think that's ridiculous, and for those who make the homemade soaps and charge that much, I think they're overcharging. I'm sorry, that was my opinion. I might be wrong, but that was my opinion. And the lotions that I just made, I don't even know yet. I ain't even thought about it, about how much I'm going to charge, because that shea butter is expensive. It has shea butter, like the lotion has shea butter, coconut oil, the vitamin E oil, and lavender. I mean, the shea butter is expensive.
It's more the ingredients is what's expensive. The ingredients to make the stuff, that's the expensive stuff. And then you got to put your time and labor. That's where they're getting the price at. Just your time and labor and going back to it, 3 and 4 times before it's actually a complete job. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you got to make it. You got to let it cure. Then you need to go back to it to clean the corners up. Then you got to go back to it again to shrink wrap or do whatever you're gonna do to package it.
I understand that, but there's a lot of people out there that they say, oh well, that's a lot of work. I'm gonna be honest for a minute, okay?
Well, I know
it's not. It's not. Just like everyone says that creating a YouTube video takes daggone 3 or 4 hours to edit. It's not. If you put your mind to something and you don't think of it as a work or a job and you do it for fun, it's easy. Dee's Home says that in doing it as a business, you have to pay for tax. Pay the tax man also. Well, tax right now, the tax man ain't gonna know.
Tax man, 1099. 1099.
Yep. Tax man ain't gonna know right now. He can just claim it. He can just claim the income.
Yep, I can do it on a 1099. We don't need to worry about it.
But yeah, it's but no, if y'all are interested in my soaps, y'all please just email me or message me on Facebook, and I'll get with you, and we can get it figured out. All right. So do y'all have any questions for us? Anything y'all want to ask us, or any other comments?
I was saying that was some.
No, I was saying that's why some of them charge the higher prices. Yeah. Oh, I agree.
What's that?
That's why some people charge the high prices, because of the taxes.
Well, I don't even think tax is in with that price.
No, it is. It is, and they.
Well, y'all gotta, then you gotta think about the shipping too. How much is gonna cost to ship this stuff?
Well,
You know what I
if
mean?
somebody comes to me and buys 4 or 5, like 4 bars, I'm not gonna charge them shipping. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're getting your money. You you get $20, and then it's only gonna take $9 or $8 or $9 to ship it. I think that's what I paid whenever I shipped out the last giveaway.
So you're only making half.
Yeah. But see, if you think about it, all those chapsticks that I made, I spent maybe $50 on all the supplies. If I charge $1 for each tube of chapstick, that's $100 because I got 100 tubes of chapstick. You understand what I'm saying?
I know that. So you're basically making 50 cents per.
Yeah.
You're basically making 50 cents per tube.
Yeah. Like, and the soaps, I mean, the only thing that's in it is the time, and it's really not a lot. I mean, the oils to make the soap, the lye is only $20 for a big bottle. So you sell 5 bars of soap. There's your refund back for your lye.
Oh well.
I mean, that's just what I thought.
I'm just saying. I don't want you to cut yourself short and then not make nothing. And
if it's less than 15 ounces, it could go first class and be about $5 to send it. Oh, there's our UPS man, or US or post office man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then you got to take in consideration the gas you got to burn to go to the post office to drop it off.
You know what? When that person comes.
Well, I'm just saying.
I know. I know.
You don't want to cut yourself so you ain't making nothing, and we're going. You go negative on sending.
But
something.
see, sometimes you got to build yourself up.
I understand that. I totally understand that. I totally agree on that 100%. But you can't underdo yourself too much that you ain't making nothing, so you're doing it for nothing. You know what I mean? That's me. I mean, because everything is so high in price anymore. I mean, it's hard to try to compete and be reasonable. What you can to an extent, but everything is going up in price. So that's one of the reasons. That's my opinion. You have to pay for the box that it gets shipped in. Especially, I mean, she bought boxes from Walmart. It's been, I don't know, a year or so ago, but anyway, she bought the boxes. Buy all the stuff to package it, buy the materials to make it, and then the time to do it, and then the time to clean it, then the time to drive it to the post office to deliver it. I mean, there's a lot of time involved in it. So I don't know. I mean, she does that. That's just my opinion. I don't know how much everything costs and how much this and how much that. So I don't know how you could figure out, if you use this much lavender in here, how much is a bottle of lavender that's yay big? You know what I mean? That might be $30, $50. How many drops of lavender you put in one mixture? And how do you break that down?
Itself
well,
out.
I'm just saying. That's just.
I know.
I'm just
but
trying to understand.
Okay. So basically, I could buy a whole gallon of coconut oil. All right, I'm gonna break it down for y'all for a minute. A whole gallon of coconut oil, and runs you probably about $25. All right, now that whole gallon of coconut oil, the whole gallon of coconut oil, it will make probably 36 bars of soap. And my computer's about to die. It will make about 30 to 36 bars of soap. All right, now the lye that goes in that will last for 1 gallon of coconut oil And that's about $20. So that's $50. Can y'all? I'm hoping y'all can still hear me.
Yeah, I think they can.
So that's about $50. All right. Then you got the packaging. All right. So you got 36 bars of soap, $20 worth of lye. So that's about $50. Right around $50 if you count in the shipping and stuff. So it's not bad.
How about the
$36?
How about the lavender, like the essential oils and stuff like that you mix in with the stuff?
All right, now that one bottle of essential oils, the big bottles,
okay,
it will last 4 gallons of coconut oil.
So four tubs of coconut.
Yeah.
All right, so that's $80 worth of coconut oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it all evens itself out.
Or what'd you say? $25?
Yeah.
All right, well, that'd be what, 100. That'd be 100.
So that'd be 36 times 4. 36 bars times 4 is what?
Well, I can't do that fast.
24. 4 times 3 is 12. I'm saying $150 worth of soap, and you done made double your price. Double what you put into it.
All right, so what would it cost? So making just say $4 for the soap. Okay. So what would be the total price for the bars of soap you would make out of that one?
The total price?
Like, what would you spend for when you pour the liquid into the hardener thing?
Yeah.
Okay. When you pour that liquid, how much does that pour cost to do that one pour? And how many bars?
I could do 12 bars at one time, and that would be roughly $16 to $18.
Okay.
That's including the packaging.
And that would be one pour.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she's doing it on a smaller scale. She ain't doing something that you're going to make 700 bars of soap at one time. You know what I mean? She's doing it on a smaller scale. So basically,
the essential oils, I think I paid $18 for them, and that's the big bottle. I ordered it off Amazon probably a year ago. It's been a while since I ordered essential oils. So
what do you
So basically it's about $16 to $18 for 12 bars to get all the ingredients for those 12 bars.
So 4 times 12.
4 times 12?
No.
It's $48.
Okay. And how much is it?
$16 to $18. So we're gonna go $18. Or even you can go $20. All right, you're still making double.
28. All right, now listen. Now you're doing 28. All right, you pretty much profit $28.
Yeah.
How long does it take for you to make them 12 bars from start to finish? Only them 12 bars. Without doing another 12 bars after that. Just from start to finish, setting up, doing your 12 bars, cleaning it up, and putting it away. How long does it take?
An hour.
So basically you're profiting, you're making $28 an hour. That's if you sell the bars of soap.
Yeah. Your cost is roughly 85 cents per bar, not counting shipping. Thank you, Dee. So, I mean, yeah, so these bars, people are sitting there and making bukus and bukus of money, and I get it. They want to do it for their business, but I do it as a hobby because I like doing it and I like sharing it with everyone else. No, my bad. $1.50 per bar. That's still not bad.
So basically, she's making, what do you like, $3.50? Or not? No, yeah.
$3.50 is what I'm making. So I mean, and I make my soaps, I make my chapsticks, and I make everything that I
matter
do.
of fact, I helped her do the chapsticks. I helped her do the chapsticks the other night.
Yeah, because I had so many.
Yeah, chapsticks ain't too bad. I mean, they're pretty easy as long as you got a little pattern.
And like I make my soaps and I make my chapsticks because I like doing it and I like sharing it with the family. At the last family gathering, like I had chapsticks and I knew that I had to make more. So I just took like
she was asked
10 or 15 chapsticks.
She was asked from her family members and our family members, say, bring some more chapsticks. We ran out. We want some more.
So I just took it. I just took the box, the little box that it was sitting in, and I took it and I sat it in the middle of a table. And whenever I got back, it was all gone. It was all gone. Well, everyone loved my chapstick. So, we are gonna do a yeah. All right, guys. It is 9:30. We have to get kids in bed. We want to thank y'all for watching, and thank you to all the new subscribers and for sticking with us and watching this live with us. And I look forward to all of y'all's to seeing all of your gifts, and y'all have a wonderful night.
We appreciate everybody, and we enjoy doing this and conversating. I mean, sometimes she's straight point and to the blunt on certain things. I mean, just take it
I
as
don't like the sugar
just take it as it is. I mean, there's certain things that I'm the same way at. Just take it as it is. We're everybody's normal. You know what I mean? I guess in their own way. So
I think a lot of YouTube
I don't want people to take what we were talking about and you were talking about with the soap the wrong way. You know what I mean?
I think a lot of channels sugarcoat stuff. And really, that's not the way to be. If you're going to have a channel, you need to be upfront and honest. All right, guys. So I have something totally else on my mind right now. But anyways, I want to thank y'all so much for watching, and y'all have a wonderful day. Good night. God bless.
Thank y'all. Bye.